I edited my teacher's background in the staff photo and unintentionally uncovered the real reason she left her previous job. Mrs. Hawthorne was everyone's favorite literature teacher. She had a knack for turning Chaucer into casual conversation and always kept a stash of sweets in her desk. When the yearbook team needed staff pictures polished, I stepped up because I was skilled with photo editing software and needed volunteer hours badly. Most teachers just required minor fixes, taming flyaway hair, whitening smiles, or softening lines. But Mrs. Hawthorne's photo stood out. She posed in front of what seemed like a classroom, yet the background felt wrong. The perspective was off, like she'd been digitally inserted. I zoomed in to tidy up the image. That's when I spotted it. A faint reflection in the window behind her. It showed part of a sign reading, "Ridgeview Detention." My heart sank. I spent the next hour sharpening that reflection, tweaking brightness and clarity. Gradually, the full sign came into focus. Ridgeview Detention Center Learning Wing. Mrs. Hawthorne hadn't come from a typical school before joining ours. She'd taught at a prison. I should have stopped there, just cleaned the photo, and moved on. But her anxious vibe during parent meetings, the way she tensed when the vice principal passed by, pushed me to dig further. I searched Ridgeview Detention Center Educator and found a news report from 2 years back. The headline chilled me. Prison educator attacked by inmate during tutoring session. The story detailed how Rachel Hawthorne had been mentoring a convicted felon when he assaulted her. She'd been hospitalized for weeks with fractured ribs and a broken arm. The inmate, serving time for burglary, had his sentence extended for the attack. Colleagues praised her commitment, saying she believed education was for everyone. The report noted she'd left prison teaching entirely after the ordeal. Suddenly, I understood why she always kept her classroom door ajar during after-school help, why she never faced away from students while writing on the chalkboard, why her hands quivered when passing out assignments. The worst part? Our principal, Mr. Thompson, had bragged at a staff meeting about hiring teachers with gritty experience. He clearly knew her history and spun it as a hiring win, ignoring the trauma she'd endured. I finished editing the photo, erasing every hint of the prison backdrop. When I turned it in to the yearbook coordinator, I kept quiet about what I'd found. But I started watching Mrs. Hawthorne more closely. I noticed how she always stayed near the door, how she kept a small canister of pepper spray tucked in her pen holder, how she'd stiffen when surprise visitors entered the room. A month later, during a lockdown drill, I saw her hands shake as she secured the door. While other teachers whispered casually, she stood vigilant, like she was guarding something irreplaceable. After the drill, I approached her desk. "Mrs. Hawthorne," I said, "I just want you to know, you're the best teacher I've had. You make us all feel secure here." Her eyes welled up. "Thank you," she murmured. "That means more than you can imagine." I never told her what I'd uncovered. Some truths aren't ours to reveal. But from then on, I made a point to be extra supportive in her classes, stepping in when other students got disruptive, showing her the respect she earned. She'd survived something horrific and still chose to teach. That kind of bravery deserves safeguarding, not rumors. The yearbook came out with her photo flawless, just Mrs. Hawthorne smiling in what looked like a standard classroom. No hint of her past showed, exactly as it should be. Sometimes the greatest act of heroism is giving someone a clean slate.